Last week we have seen about actually what how to work on with the variables, and then after that how the memory locations are allocated for the variables we have seen. Once again, I'll give a small recap on that one, and then I'll ask you some doubts on that. So it's make sure that actually everyone can understand it in a easier mode. I'll just go for it. So for example, I'm having this is my class ABC. If anyone for them the font size, if you want to increase, please let me know. I'll increase it. As of now, I'll make it 13. In case if you want to increase it a little bit more, please let me know. Okay, class ABC. I always say that actually what always a class will have a main function, because if you have a main function, then only you can execute the program. Main is a executable function, which are the information that are there inside the main function that will be executed. Okay, I can declare a variable outside the main function, otherwise inside the main function also. So if I'm going to declare a variable inside the main function, integer I equal to 10. So what will happen? This will be called as a local variable. If I declare a variable outside the main function, for example, integer x is equal to 20, integer y is equal to 30, I'm giving. So these two are called as global variable. Okay, so global variable is of two types. Okay, one is static, another one is non-static. One is static, the another one is non-static. What is the difference between static and non-static? We'll see right now. So if I want to access the local variable, I can directly refer with the help of the variable name. This is how I'll access the local variable. Same thing if I want to access the static variable, means I need to access with the help of the reference of a class name. So the class name is what? SYSO. Then I need to give abc.x. I can access. So this will print me what? 10. This will print me what? Actually what? X is what is the value? It's 20. That will be printed. Same thing if I want to access the y, system.out.println. Okay, if I give normally y or abc.y, it will not be working. So for that I need to create an object. How I need to create an object means, so new abc. This will help me to create an object. Then I need to give the object name and then reference. So abc obj1 equal to new abc. So right now that obj1 is the object name, abc will act as a reference. So what does that will happen? Load all the global members of the abc class. That's what it will say. So now what will happen in the object? All the global members x and y, everything will be loaded. Now if I want to access the y variable, I need to give SYSO, then obj1 dot y. I can access like this. This is what, okay, this is how we can access the non-static variable. Non-static variables always need to access with the help of the object name alone. This is what, okay, this is what we have seen. So this one, the same information we will see a very simple program. We will see how to access with the help of the my memory location level. Okay, before that I'll just do small things alone. Okay, so here now I'm going to give integer, I is equal to 50. I'm going to give. Now what is the value of I need to print it. Okay, then after that I'm going to give static variables also. I told that actually what I can access in three ways. One is with reference of a class name, one directly with help of the variable name itself, otherwise with the help of the object name also I can access. So now I'm going to give the informations like this. For example, x is equal to 40. Okay, then after that I'm going to give obj1 dot x is equal to 70. Then the same thing, I'm going to refer abc dot x is equal to 100. Okay, before that I'm going to give the information like this. Okay, so first before that I'm going to give, so for example, integer x is equal to 200 I'm giving here in between. So globally there is one variable called x, and once again here I'm declaring another variable. Integer x is called as a declaration, and then equal to 20, that is called as initiation. Declaration, initiation I'm giving at the same step. Okay, so I can have the global variable, the same information I can declare over there in the main function. So what will happen? The local will take the highest priority. So in case now, if I give the information right now as x is equal to 500, means what will happen? The local only will take the highest priority, so that will be taken. So for these things which will be taken, and this one how what will be taken, we'll see. Okay, we'll see as per the memory location level. Okay, same thing right now. What obj 1 dot y equal to 300. So we have seen all these things. Okay, now we'll draw the memory location level. I'm going to draw this one. So what will happen right now? It will create me one memory location. So this will be ABC. The memory location name will be ABC. Okay, always a memory location will have a static pool. This is the static pool. So what will be the things will be loaded over here? We'll see. Static pool. So what are the members will be loaded here? Means right now only the static members alone will be loaded. So that integer x is equal to 20. So I'll normally write here. Sorry. X is equal to 20 has been loaded here. Then that main function. So these both will be loaded because only these two are the static variables right now. Then now what will happen? My main function start to execute. When my main function start to execute, what will happen right now? That will help me to create one local memory for the main. Okay, this is the local memory for main will be loaded. Local memory for the main has been loaded. So now what happened? I already told that actually what Java is like a compiler plus interpreter level of execution. So compiler will throw you if there is any syntactical errors. Interpreter level only execution will happen. So now what will happen, right? First integer I equal to 10. So now what will happen here? A new variable called I will be created. In that 10 will be stored. Then system.out.println I. So when I refer with the help of the variable name, what will happen? Now first it will go and check in the main memory whether I is present. Yes, we have I variable. What is the value in it? 10. So 10 will be printed for me. 10 will be printed. So this is 10. Then abc.x. Okay, now when you refer with the help of the class name, what will happen? Always that call will go to the static pool. So in the static pool, do we have x variable? Yes, we have x variable here. So what is the value right now? It's 20. So 20 will be taken. Okay, that's what. So abc.x, that is 20 right now. Then abc obj1 equal to new abc. Now I'm trying to create an object. So where in the main memory? Okay, so in the main memory now one object will be created. one object will be created right now. From where? It will be created from the main memory. So this is the object, is the obj1. Okay. So next, now what are the members will be loaded in the object one? So all the global members of the ABC variable, because the reference is ABC now, all the ABC global members will be loaded. So from my side, x is equal to 20. So always static members what will happen, the latest value only will be taken. So what is the x value right now is 20. So x is equal to 20. Then next, y is what? Y is equal to 30. Then next, nothing is there. Only these two are there. So these two will be loaded. Now obj1.y. Obj1.y is what? 30. It's printing what is the value of the y value. So that is 30 right now will be printed. Now I is equal to 50. So now I'm referring only with the variable name. So what will happen? Now it goes to the local memory. What is the I value right now? It's 10. That will be replaced with 50 right now. So it will be replaced with 50. That's the thing. So it will be replaced with 50. Next is x is equal to 40. So now what I'm doing, x is equal to 40 means actually what? First it will go and check in the local memory of main. Always when you refer to a variable name alone means checks in the main memory. If it is not there, then only goes to the static pool and then now changes my value to 40 right now. So 40. Integer x is equal to 200. Now what I'm doing, I'm declaring. Now what will happen? Here local memory level, it creates a new variable called x that is equal to 200. That's what will happen. So x is equal to 200. Now obj1.x is equal to 70. So now what will happen? So obj1.x means what? It's referring the object here. So one more thing I already told here. So in the static pool level, if it's changing its value over there, okay, here I changed to 40 now. So which other places are been already present everywhere, that will be changing it to 40 over there. Why? Because static pool will have only always one memory alone. Now obj1.x is equal to 70. Now what happened? This 40, now it will be replaced with 70. Now this will be replaced with 70. Same thing here also, what? That will be replaced with 70 right now. This is what will happen. Now apc.x is equal to 100. So apc.x, apc means what? It's referring to the static pool. So there it's trying to assign to 100. So now what will happen? Again it assign to 100. Assign to 100 right now. Then x is equal to 500. So what is the x value right now? That is actually what? I'm referring with help of the only variable name alone. So now what will happen? It comes and changes the value in the local level, which was 500. That will be now replaced with 500. Okay, this will be now replaced with 500. That's the thing. So this is local. So only here it will be changed, but these places will not be changed. Okay, that's the thing. Now obj1.y is equal to 300. So now the y value, now 30 will be replaced with 300. Clear? Anyone has any doubts on this one? So now I'll just do one more thing over here. So here I told that actually what x is equal to 500, all those things happening over here now. So I'm going to do you one more things to show you. So now this is 300. Now what I'm going to do here, so I'm trying to print the values. So for example, CISO X. So what is the X value right now will be? So if I'm referring only with the X variable means it will be printed 500. Same thing if I'm referring CISO ABC.X. So what is the value right now for me? That is 100. Same thing if I print CISO obj1.x, that also will print me 100 only, because so object level what always it will be referring through this one only. Okay, so now I am going to create another object. Okay, I'm going to create another object abc obj2 equal to new abc. Now I'm going to do, okay, abc obj2 equal to new abc I'm going to do. So now what happened right now for me, let's see. Now when it tries to create a new object, so here what will happen, a new object is going to be created. Now the object name is obj2. So here what will happen right now, all the global members, what are the global members? X. So X will be loaded right now. So X is equal to, so what is the value right now? X value, latest value is 100. So 100 will be taken. Then next Y. Y value is what right now? Actually, it's in this object level is 300, but actually what always this non-static variable always it will take the previous one only, that is actually the oldest one only, because it has multiple copies. So Y is equal to 30 only will be taken for me right now. That's the thing. So that's how it will be taken. So next we have done this one. So now from my side I'm trying to print it. So for example, now I'm going to give obj2 dot x is equal to 400. Then obj2 dot y is equal to 20. I'm going to give. So when I give this one, what will happen right now? So for me, okay. So before that, I'll just let you know one thing. So for these things, system.println x is there, na? So for that one at the previous level, it was 100. abc.x also is 100. obj1.x also it was 100. Sorry, this one small problem. This is not 100. That was 500. Why it was 500 means because x will refer the local one. So this was 500. Okay. Then obj2.x is what? 400. So obj2 is what? This one. So this x now it will be changed to 400. Then obj2.y equal to 20. So this y will be changed to 20. But before that, if you see, when I change here the x value, everywhere that will be changed to that 400. Okay. Everywhere that will be changed to 400. Then next, this one obj2.y equal to 20 means now this 30 now it will be replaced with 20 here. That's the thing. Clear? Anyone has any doubts on this? Anyone has any doubts? Okay. This is how the memory allocations will be happened here. That's the thing. So next. So now I'll go to the next program. Anyone has any doubts? If anyone has any doubts, you can ask me. Otherwise, I'll continue the next program. We'll go to the next topic. Okay, I'll go to the next topic right now. So we have seen about the variables and data types. What is a global variable and then local variable? Today we are going to see about the functions for us. Okay, we are going to see about what is a function. That is what we are going to see. I'll take the programs. So what is a function means? For example, from my side, I want to repeat some set of lines of code for multiple times. Okay, I want to print some set of statements, or if I want to execute some set of statements multiple times in my program, those things I will make it as a method. Okay, a function is also called as a method. Why we will make it as a function or a method means, because for example there are 200 lines of code that we need to execute multiple times. For example, 3 to 4 times actually in different places I need to execute it. Now what will happen if I want to use it in for example it's a 100 lines of code. For example, if I want to execute in 6 to 7 places, what will happen, 700 lines of code will be consumed in my program. Instead of that one, if I make it as a method, what will happen, the method will have 100 lines. Okay, then when I try to call the method, what will happen, that will go and execute me that method, and then my respective informations will be taken and then executed for me. So within 120 lines of code, I can totally fill the information. So for me, benefit is actually what, 600 lines of code. I'm trying to avoid it to write one more time. That's the usage of the method. So how it can be used, and then what are the various types we have, we'll see. So first I'll tell you the basics. Then after that we'll go to the functions. Just a second, I'll take my charger. Just a minute. So functions, how it will be used means, from my side, class XYZ is my class. Class XYZ. So always a class will have a main function which is called as a executable function. Okay. Same thing, functions also same information as like a method. Main function only will be written, but the only thing is it's not directly executable. We need to execute it. We need to purposely call it and then execute it. Okay. So before that, we'll see the basic. For example, I'm having some set of lines of program like this. So hello, I'm having. So welcome. So how are you? Then one more time I want to print the same information. So what is the special? So this is Java class. So you're the best. Then again I will have this hello welcome to be printed. Then again one more time I need to print. Then so happy day. So best one. So this is how I'm having. This is my program. So the same thing in case if I'm using my what functions, how this program can be written. That's what we are going to see. So how I will be utilizing it means. This is my program. So the CISO hello and welcome is being repeated in number of times. So what I will do means, okay, this is so hello and welcome. I will be copying it. I'll be having it in a different method. How it will be used, we'll see. Public void method name. I will have like this. So which are the places I want this one? So this methods also will be of static and then non-static. Same like variables, this is also static and non-static is there. For example, this is static. Public static void. So in static means what? Directly I can utilize with the help of the class name. So this is XYZ. Instead of this hello welcome, I can use it as XYZ dot method name I can utilize. I can use. So now instead of these two lines, I can utilize that. Same thing here also. What for this one? Once XYZ dot method name. Same thing here also. XYZ dot method name. Then here also, if you see method name XYZ dot method name. So the program can be written in this easy logic way. So what will happen right now? How I need to call the method name is simple. I need to call the method name and then before that I need to give the reference of the class name. That's the only thing. The only thing is I need to refer the class name and then followed with the method name dot method name. So it will be getting information clearly. This is how a functions will be written. The same thing in case if it is a non-static, how it will be. If it is a non-static means instead of XYZ it will be like this. XYZ, sorry, new XYZ. XYZ obj1. So I need to, instead of using XYZ, I need to make it as obj1 everywhere. That's the only change. Clear? Anyone has any doubts? This is the basic of the functions over there. Anyone has any doubts on this one? No one has any doubts, I can continue further. Can you go further? Okay. Now, we'll see this. Now I'm going to talk to you about arguments in the methods. Arguments is method name. So how this arguments in method name, what is that one? It's simple. So for example, class ABC, this is my class name. Here I'm having my main function, public static void main string arguments. Public static void main string arguments here. Then I'm going to write my method. So the method, how it can be written. Okay, from my side, how the written method will be written. Public void method 1. So usually it will be written like this. Void method 1. So I'm having like this. The same thing I can also have like this also. The same name, public void method 1. Here I can pass integer argument. Same thing, I can make it as public void integer comma double argument. Same thing here, double argument 1 comma integer argument comma 2. This is the thing. Okay, so like this I can access the same thing. How we can call this one? Okay, yeah, void I'll be telling you. The thing is, void is like actually called as a return type. Okay, next topic I'm going to talk about that only. So it's a return type. That means I don't want to return any value for it. When I'm calling that one, whether you need to get any information from this method, you want to execute this method. Along with it, do you want the method to return some values after that execution? Okay, that is what void means. I don't want any value. It's a no return type. If I want to call this method, how I can call? We'll see. If I want to call this method, for example, everything is a non-static method. ABC obj1 equal to new ABC. Now, if I want to call the method 1, obj1 dot method 1. Same thing if I want to call this method, obj1 dot method 1. It's accepting integer argument. That means I need to pass 10 over here. Same thing, obj1 dot method 1. Then if I pass as 10 comma 20.50. Then the next one, obj1 dot method 3. Sorry, it's method 1. Then 45.20. For example, I'm giving okay 45.20. Then comma as an integer value, I'll pass it as 50. Okay, so this all these things will help me to call these methods. Okay, it will help me to call these methods over there. Clear? Any doubts on this one? This is called as arguments. Okay, so based on the argument we can access the information. For example, you cannot have a variable or a method or something with different arguments. So here if you see, same information, I'll tell you about the, so this one everyone might be cleared. So the next information is what means, for example, from my side I'm going to talk about return value. I'm going to talk about return value. Allow class I'm going to give class XYZ. Here I'm going to give my main function public static void main string arguments. Then next I'm having my function over there. So public void method 1. If I give it like this, that is, it's a no return type. I don't want to return any value when I'm calling it. For example, if I'm calling that information, for example, I'll make it a static only. If you want to call that one, you will be calling the information with XYZ dot method 1. So same information, if I'm going to have another one, public static now the return type I'm going to give it as integer method 2. So if I want to call this method, how I will be calling it means XYZ dot method G So this is a return type. Right now I got the information, this one, method GD, same information I need to give it as this one. So this one is an integer. If integer means what will happen, that should return some values here. Just a second. So here, for example, I'm having system.out.println method G. Then I want to print it. For that, now system.out.println G. Then always it should have a return statements. And what is the value here? It's integer, no? So an integer value should pass over there. It can be anything. It should be passed over the integer value. That's the only scope forward thing. This is what we will be calling it as actually return types over here. Clear? Anyone has any doubts?
Hello, sir. This is
Yeah.
Shreya.
Yes, Shreya.
Yeah, sir, I would just like to ask one thing. Like here, you have given public static void method, and in the next public static int method G.
Yeah. Correct.
Yeah. So, sir, I would just like to ask: is it necessary to like mention public over there in front of a method? Like we are giving,
No.
we can like void or int method simply like that.
Perfect. Correct. We can mention like that. For example, this is how you're asking. So, for example, I'm having for example, so this like this also it's been can be given. So for example, void instead of void I'll give it as double. For example, double method 3 I'm going to give. This is also possible. Okay, it's same as like void method 3. Instead of that, if I give double, it's like actually I need to return a double value. So it's like I need to return a double value. What is the double something, anything? That is actually whatever it's needed, I need to pass. This is the thing.
So, sir, why do we write the public? I mean, what is the significance of the public keyword
Yes.
here?
So what is the public means? Okay. So it's like actually accessing. So there is a project. In the project, this is my project, for example. This is my project. Okay. So under the source folder, I will have all my code. So for example, these are the packages I have. If I make it as public, what happened in all the packages? Okay, if in all the packages I can utilize that variable or that method I can call it. Okay, so with referring that class name, for example, this is the class name. With referring this class name, I can call that method or variable. Okay, if I make it as actually what if I'm not giving any keyword, only in that package level alone I can access. Okay, for example, in this package, what are the classes are there? For example, this is the package. Okay, what are the classes? Only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Only these 8 classes alone access this method. Okay, they can access this method only these 8 classes. Which other things are public? It can be accessed by all the methods. Okay, sorry, all the classes which are there under each and every inheritance. Clear?
Yeah, okay, I get it. Thank you, thank you. Okay.
So now I'm going to call this one. I'm going to call this method 3. So for example, method G we have called it. So the same thing what we can do. So method 3 is there. No? If I want to call this as usual, I can give. This also as of now, I'll make it a static. So I don't want to create an object. In case we want, I can create it. But right now, I'm not creating it. So I'm going to give x, y, z dot method 3. If I give it like this, what will happen? That will go and call me this method. All the lines in this program will be executed, and finally it returns me 10.50. So that value I can capture it over here. It's like this. So, for example, it's a double value, no? So double value is equal to xyz dot method 3. So now what will happen? This xyz dot method 3 will go and call me this method 3 and then executes all the lines in this code. Then after that it returns me 10.50. That 10.50 I'm storing it over here. Okay, that is what here will happen. So now if I'm going to print it over there, for example, system dot out dot println, then value if I print, that will print me the value. Okay, so what is the value right now? 10.50. That will be the value. Clear? Any doubts on this one? Anyone has? So now I'll come to the program. The same thing I'll explain. So here, this is the program I'm going to explain to you. Can I take the class for another 10 minutes till 10:15? Till 10:15, can I take the class another 10 minutes alone? Okay. So in case if you want, I can give you a 5 minutes break. Then after that, I'll take the class. Okay. Shall I give you a 5 minutes break for you? By 10:10 again we will start, and then I will take for another 10 minutes. A 5 minutes break I'll give you. Okay. I'll give you a 5 minutes break. Then after that we'll again right now we'll start by 10:10. Okay. Minus 10:5 right now. In 10:10 we'll meet up. Yeah. Okay, guys. We'll meet up in another 5 minutes. Hello. Yes. So I'll explain this program with this. The memory locations we'll see. So this is my program right now. I have. We are going to talk the same information with as per memory location level. This is my program. So what will be the thing is, what will be the memory location name? The memory location name will be function basic. This is my memory location name. Always it will have one static pool. It will have a static pool over there. Static pool. So what will happen? All the static members will be loaded in the static pool. So what are the static members we have right now? If I see this int sample, that will be loaded. This will be loaded. Then sample integer a. Okay. The thing is, this is void. So there is a difference between integer sample and then void, because integer means I need to return a integer value. Then void double a. Then void sample integer and double. Then void sample double and integer. Then void sample integer double and string over there. So then along with it, for me the main function also will be loaded in the static pool. These are the things that has been loaded. Now what will happen? For me, the first, always the main function is the one which will start to execute for me. Correct? So for the main function, a local memory has been created. A local memory for the main function. Local memory for main, this is. So now here what will happen? As usual, I told you, it will be executed as per the interpreter level. Step by step execution will happen. So first, now it will be executing here. So here what? Sample. Sample is what actually what? It's present here. Okay, this is the method. Can you see? We are calling a sample method that is present here. So now the thing is, static members can be called with directly with help of the variable name or the method name also. Okay, so also I can call with the reference of the class name Otherwise, if there is object is created with the help of the object name also, I can call it. So now I'm calling directly with the help of the method name. So sample. So now whenever I'm going to call the sample method, what will happen? A local memory for the sample method also will be created. Now the thing is, local memory for sample I created. So now what will happen? It will execute me sample function. So my output will be what? Right now it will be now sample function. So sample function will be printed now for me. Sample function is the output. Then next, return 100. So what will happen now? The value 100 will be returned to the place where it has been called. So now this sample is the place where we have been called. So now what will happen? This 100 will be written, but we are not capturing right now anywhere. So what will happen? There will not be anything. Whenever it's coming out of, when the executions happen, whenever it's going to come out of the program, okay, another thing what will happen? It will delete the memory. Okay, it will delete me the memory. So the memory is deleted. Now control comes here. So now integer c equal to sample. So now what will happen? Integer c I'm giving. So in the main function, a variable name called c will be created. C is equal to will be created. Then now what will happen? Sample. Once again, a new memory. Okay, it's once again a new local memory for the sample will be created. Local memory for sample that will be created now. So now what will happen right now? Once again, it will call this one. So now it will again printing me sample function. Sample function. Now it returns me 100. Now that 100 will be captured in the C variable. So 100 will be captured here. Then next, system.out.println C. That what will be printed. So and one more thing, actually, what whenever the program method has been executed, that time the sample method memory has been deleted. Then next, system.out.println C. So what is the C value right now in the main function? It's 100. So 100 will be printed now. Will be printed. Then next I'm just printing this dashes over there. I'll copy this. Then I'll come here. This dashes is printed. Then sample of 10. So sample is the method name. Then what I'm doing, I'm passing 10. So 10 means what? Actually it's an integer value. So now which one will be called right now? That is integers. Sample of 10 I'm passing. Sample of 10 means right now what will happen? So here you see void sample integer a. It's accepting integer value. So this will be called right now. So what will happen right now? A local memory for that will be created. What is the thing? That is local memory for sample integer a, that will be created now. Local memory for sample integer a, that will be created. So now what will happen? A will be created here equal to, now what is the value I'm passing here? 10. That 10 will be loaded here. So it will be 10 right now. Okay, sample of 10, here I'm passing 10. So that will come here, a, that is 10. So that will be loaded here. Then it's printing me passing function plus a. This is concatenation. So what happened now? Passing function in space. Then what is the value right now there? It's 10. That 10 will be printed. That is actually what the 10 is, the A value. Passing function 10, that is A. So the A is 10 over there. So now it's executed. Now what happened? The control comes from the place where it has been called. So now the memory location has been deleted. Then next control comes here. Sample of 10.50. Now what happened? Sample of 10.50 is double. So local memory for that is actually what double means. What this one? So local memory for sample double. Double A will be printed. Local memory for sample double A, that has been called. Now what will happen? A, what is the value? That is 10.50. So A equal to 10.50 will be called here. Then next what will happen? Control comes here. Then passing double function. Then what is the A value? It's 10.50. Passing double function 10.50. It's space 10.50. That will be printed. That is printed. So next, then when the execution has been completed, what will happen? The memory location has been deleted. Then after the control comes over to this place. So now what will happen? That will print me. So now next, what's the thing? It's giving me hello here. So hello is what? It's a, I'm printing system.out.println hello. So now it will print me hello. HELLO. So hello will be printed. Then next, sample 10, 20.50 and then Murli. So 10 is a integer, then 20.50 is a double, and then one string. So integer, double, unstring. So that is integer, double, unstring has been called. So now what will happen? A local memory for that one has been created. Local memory for sample integer A, double B, string C. So all these things comes. So these things have been loaded. So now what will happen right now? So here A will hold 10, then B will hold 20.50, then C will load Murali. These three things are loaded right now. Okay, so then next what will happen? It will come and print me this one. Passing function, that is, then dashes over all those things. So it will be printing me passing function, passing function, then A. What is the A value right now? Here it is 10. So 10 will be printed. 10. Then next here dashes is there. So dash dash space, then 20.50 dash dash space, then Murali. That will be printed. So this is what. Okay, that's what will happen here. Then after that, main function. So now as usual, when the control comes over from there, this memory has been deleted. Then finally main function that will be printed now. Main function over here. Now what from my side, the main function has been totally executed now. So now what will happen, the memory which is allocated for the main function also has been deleted. The memory which has been allocated for the main function has been deleted. Then next what will happen right now, so main function executed, now it comes out of the entire class. When it comes out of the entire class, that time static pool has been deleted, and then the entire memory location which has been allocated, that is also is been deleted. So who is the person who is deleting all the information means, okay, the garbage collector. Okay, there is an information called garbage collector. Garbage collector, that is the one which helps you to delete all the memories. Okay, so this is how this memory allocation is allocated. Clear? Anyone has any doubts on this one, understanding it? Anyone has any doubts? It's clear for everyone. So tomorrow once again I'll tell you about the next functions, that one more program. So this is the basics. If everyone is clear about this one means tomorrow I'll go for the next program. Okay, so can we close the session? Okay, anyone no one has any doubts now? Is anyone has any doubts? Okay, so so tomorrow we'll again meet up. So that time the next program, one more program I'll be explaining to you. So these things I'll be sending you the information to you. Okay, okay guys, thank you. Thank you. Thanks, Vishali.